Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me again. I'm just going to give you a little explanation about the Poker Boys. You know, you've met them. We have one you haven't met yet, George. You have to come up with a nickname, but George likes to go away a lot on vacation. But he has interesting games too. But let me explain to you some of the games we play. First, we play Bury the Bitch. I have no idea how to play that game. I usually just go I'm out because it totally confuses me, but you know, some of them like it. Then the next game they like to play a lot of is Follow the Queen. Now, Follow the Queen, I get you deal. The cards are up. You have 2 down, then the next 4 are up, and the final one's down. So when they're up, say the guy to the right of me has a queen showing, the next card I'm dealt is wild, and it's wild for everybody else. It's interesting, and the pots can get rather large, but that's Follow the Queen. Then one of Gary Lollipop's favorites, or 2 of his favorites, are number 1 is baseball. Now baseball, 9s and 3s are wild. That's kind of obvious. So if you have them, you get 2 down, 4 up, 1 down. So you know, that's a good way to play, but then they throw in this, oh, no peek or peekaboo, where all the cards are down and you're just turning them one at a time. The pot gets large, you could actually screw yourself, but a lot of these older men, for some reason or not, want to play peekaboo when they play baseball. Then Gary also likes to make it interesting, and he throws in Little League. What do you think? 6s and 3s are wild. Same deal, same way they're dealt, Little League, you know. Then, I don't know where this came from. I really have no idea, but they call it the joy of sex. Can you figure out what's wild there? 6s and 9s. It's dealt the same way as Little League, baseball, etc. Pots can get rather large for that. The reason we try to switch these things up is you've all met F and Eddie if you've seen the previous 2 videos on the Poker Boys. The last time we played, a guy picked random 4 and 7s. Guess what Eddie got? 4s and 7s. It's kind of luck he has, but that's just the way it is. Then another favorite of theirs is Elbow, where this one right here is wild, but you can only use 2 cards from your hand. Now, if you use 2 cards from your hand, and you happen to have what this little bad boy is, you're in pretty good shape. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's another one that gets the pot rather large. And then another favorite of theirs is also, and mine too, I kind of like it, is Elevator. Still can only, I don't know why you get dealt 5 cards and you can only use 2. Kind of drives me a little crazy, but that's the way it goes. But this one's wild, and it slides up and down. So you use 2 from your hand and 3 this way, but you can move it up, down, and the pot gets rather large. And it actually is a fun game to play. One that doesn't need a diagram is Low Spade in the Hole. Now, you dealt all your, and you turn your own. So all your cards are down, you're dealt 2, then you're dealt 1 more, and you keep looking and you throw your low spade down. Sometimes it doesn't pay though to throw your low spade down, because say you have a 7 in your hand, you have a 7 of spades. You may want to throw out the 3 or 4 or any spade that's lower than that, figuring you might get 7s, and they'd be wilds also along with the spade. So that's an interesting game. Now, the players we have here, the trickiest one is, as you know him, the dog biscuit eating Master Chief. You know, he was a special ops Navy SEAL in Vietnam, and I was told those guys are pretty sharp poker players, so you really don't know what he has. You know, he never gives any indication whether he's bluffing or whether he's not, but I just figured you know, he's a tough call. Eddie, you know, he is Irish. I think he carries a 4-leaf clover in his pocket, so he's another one to watch out for. Gary Lollipops, you've all met Gary Lollipops. He's the one, I'm in, I'm out, I don't know, maybe I know, I don't know, can you show me what I got in my hand? So everybody helps him, and then he beats us, so go figure. And Nick the trumpet, he's a fill-in. You know, he was in a good band. He is a hell of a trumpet player, but I think blowing all that air out's got something to do with lack of oxygen to the brain. But we all love Nick. And Quiet Jim, as it turns out, according to his wife Dottie, isn't really that quiet. And as we've noticed, the more he's shown up to play, the less quiet he is. We got whiny little girl Claude, whine. You know, we do have F and Eddie, and they're all a little upset that I don't have a nickname for myself. So I'm waiting for them to give me a nickname. And when they do, if I happen to like it, I'll use it. If I don't, get lost. So that's about it on the rules. See, you could actually get a royal flush and not win with these kind of games because you get 5 of a kind, so it's nuts. It's not like regular poker, but I gotta say, it is a blast to play. You guys should really try it with a group of friends. It's a great way to spend the night. You know, not all night, you know, after about 3 hours, you're tired of it. Hopefully there's a hockey game on or something on to watch while you're also playing. But I think you guys would really enjoy it. I just got one other question. What do you guys think? I got rid of the goatee. I mean, if you come real close, it's really gonna probably come back in all gray. I'm leaning towards not having it, and just keep shaving. But if you got an opinion on it, let me know. That's it for now, guys. Have a great day.